heart and soul just a rock. Come to the Jesus rock. This is one of the Holy Ghost rock. Chozenn.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another amazing episode of Word Inspiration, renewing your mind and increasing your spiritual health. We're right here on location at the Pure Music Studios, and we are chilling today with my special guest, Chozenn. Welcome, bro.
But there, you know, bro.
Yeah.
Freshest in the building.
How you that, man?
No, are you?
Right, so today we'll be talking with Chozenn. His correct name is actually Duane Besentie.
Yes.
Yeah, have I pronounced that correctly, sir?
Yes, you pronounce it properly.
All right. So we're just going to take a little break, and when I come back, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about our special guest today because we have lots in store. And we have been celebrating our second podcast anniversary. And I must say to all of our listeners and our viewers, thank you so much for the support and the tremendous feedback that you have been given. And by the way, just wanted to go ahead and click the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. And, today's podcast is also being produced by Jadana Murphy. And we have on location here Garth Smith, along with Tajay as well, and Matthew McHale, who was working behind the scenes to ensure that everything is set for today's show. But when we return, we will introduce and talk some more about our special guest today here inside Word Inspiration, renewing your mind and increasing your spiritual health. So stay with us and we'll be right back after this.
We take the guesswork out of building solutions so you know it's on time and in budget. Hi, I'm Brian Finley, one of several developers at Mocha Coders Limited, where we believe technology can increase a business's profitability by improving efficiency and delivering great customer experiences. Whether your company is an SME or a large corporation, Mocha Coders can assist you in being more effective. We provide consultation on industry trends paired with excellent customer service. We take the guesswork out of building solutions so you know it's on time and in budget. All our products are web-based, and in the near future we'll be including mobile applications. Welcome to Mocha Coders Limited, reshaping business through innovation.
This is David Sutton, and you are listening to the Word Inspiration Podcast with Damian Scarlett, and you don't gotta go anywhere else. Stay tuned. You know, God, you want to know. God, you want me everything. How you want me tell everything, and you bless me with everything. Forgive me, Lord, when me sin. I chose you. Know what me on the money to spend, on the food, not upon the table. Enough time me did want give up, but you tell me willing and able. So I keep on pressing to the mark of the higher calling. Upon the table. Enough time me did want give up, but you tell me willing and able.
Welcome back to Word Inspiration, renewing your mind and increasing your spiritual health. The discussion on music and its influence is currently a hot topic in Jamaica, and there's no doubt that music is indeed a powerful tool. But while we can appreciate its history and also the cultural relevance, I believe that there's a call for our local artists to do much more to ensure that they're promoting positivity in an effort to influence our nation's children and youth. As I said earlier on, our special guest today, and a long time coming too, is a former individual whose life was also wrapped up in dancehall, but is now serving the Lord, and he is someone who is unashamed and unapologetic about his kingdom assignment, and also he has a focus about rescuing the youth of Jamaica. We are talking to Chozenn, Word Inspiration. Please make him welcome.
Blessings, man.
Yes, bro. Welcome to the show officially.
Yes. Proud of you, proud of you.
Yeah, man, I
Real talk.
appreciate it.
Love the movement.
Yeah.
I've been a silent listener, and it's a pleasure to, be in a presence and match the physical presence with the voice. I've been listening for months in my ear. So yeah, man.
Okay, cool. And I just want to start off by saying actually that, going far back as about late 2019, 2020, I was working on a podcast episode entitled The Rhythm of Unity. And I reached out to Chozenn on Instagram and I asked the permission to use your song. And you said, yeah, man, go ahead. And then you were there and you're like, yo, this is some great content.
Yep.
In fact, my page was private. And then Chozenn said to me specifically, I'm going to tell you what you said to me. Chozenn said that this is some great stuff, bro. You're blessing me right now with this podcast. You should unprivate your page so the world needs to see the greatness that you're doing and you're blessing others. And, I have also done that. So thank you so much for that encouragement,
Blessings, man.
Right. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Chozenn? Who is Duane Besentie? We always hear Chozenn in the public, but your current name is Duane. So tell us who is Duane.
The guy that's misunderstood.
Okay.
But Chozenn is a minister. Chozenn is the one that's unapologetic, unashamedly a worshiper, a praiser. Duane now is a father, a friend, a cousin, a brother. And yes, just a vibrant spirit, a young man that's on fire for the King.
Yeah.
A young man that just just different, unorthodox, just like Jesus. And a man with us love cook.
Love cook.
On a normal day, we just the woman with us cook some food and well a joy, you know what I mean?
I like that, man. So where you cook really?
Anything, But recently I kind of cut off the meeting.
Yeah, we were talking about that recently.
Cut off the meeting because I want to live longer,
Okay.
I don't want untimely business go on. So I realized the importance of eating properly.
Okay.
So I cut back on a lot of meat, but yeah.
All right. So in terms of your mission in life, talk to us a little bit about that.
My mission is to impact all the nations of this earth with the gospel of Jesus Christ. Different, yes, but that's the core agenda. And, flexible and radical enough to be in a jeans and a t-shirt down in Maxfield. And at the same time can be comfortable and confident enough to sit in the room with the upper echelon and still share the word potently. So my mandate is just to spread the gospel. My way, not your cousin way or your uncle way. My way. Just the way I read the word and bring it forth.
All right, I like how you mentioned that about reading the word and doing things as how you believe God has called you to do it. And talk to us a little bit about your transition, coming from dancehall to gospel. What has that been like? What caused that? Who influenced you?
I think this is going to be an exclusive for Word Inspiration.
Yeah.
Actually, people think I left dancehall for the church. I actually left the church for dancehall.
Yeah.
And then find back my rightful place.
Wow.
So, grew up, Besentie grandson grew up good, never dragged up in a church every day. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I think it was youth and curiosity. And we went out there in the world and I realized that with all the money and all the girls, it's pittance really. You know what I mean? And there was just this thing inside my belly bottom where I can't get it out because I never put it there. It's just purpose. And the fact that back then in secular my name was Chozenn.
Okay.
So when I made the transition, it was just natural. It was organic. So I didn't have to change my name or anything. And even when I was in secular, back on Magnum Kings and Queens of Dancehall, God was already downloading in my spirit a lot of gospel songs.
Yeah.
But I was just fighting and trying to run away from purpose, but I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, you can't run away from God too long. Once God's purpose and His hand is on your life,
Run.
You don't know, so you have to just
Could have fast
obey.
like you see a bolt. Just grip in your collar and say, come here, boy.
All right, cool. So you've had persons around you who were influential in terms of spiritual discipline, like your family.
Yes.
Who are some of those persons, as you were saying?
I have a spiritual mother. She She have like, even as an adult, me a big man, me not gonna say my age, but she have a spiritual leader belt for me daily.
Yeah.
So I can't slip up. I have pastors, I have cousins, like big pastors in society.
Yeah.
That's my blood family, but we just hide them for spiritual purposes.
Okay.
So we have a good core team on the back end. We have
Yeah.
cousins, sisters that pour into us,
Yeah.
pour into me daily. So I have a good team on the back end, and I'm very thankful for that. So
And that's good because I believe even from a discussion we've had before, we spoke about even like church involvement and so on. So you have that kind of influence in your
man,
life.
my pastor tell me good morning, and bro, every day me and my
Yeah.
pastor talk.
That's good.
We have a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So how are you coping now, especially with COVID
It rough.
and church, your
Tough.
online church or what?
Top, me nah put up no facade, me I keep it real.
Yeah.
Nothing but COVID no save. My biggest demon me ever encounter. I mean, you can prepare for a rainy day or two,
Yeah.
but a rainy 2 years.
Yeah.
Right now, I farm right now. Me and my sister and my brother-in-law farming. We take on right now some okra
Yeah.
and some tomato and callaloo and what? Farming, me never know say so farming.
Nice.
It turn up. Me can't plant nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Give me like a thing and but you see me I say, but it's a blessing, you know. COVID has been a blessing as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It help us to be more creative.
True.
And for me as a businessman, my mind is more open and to try new things. And on the back end, I find myself structuring a lot of business plans that I wanted to birth.
Yeah.
So I have more time now. We can't travel, we can't do nothing. More time with the family, and that's awesome. That's the
Yeah.
only good thing about COVID.
Well,
Yeah, man.
well, and what I noticed also, you do follow the protocols. So you wear your mask,
Yes.
you sanitize, you social distance.
Very
And
important.
I've actually had the opportunity.
COVID
also,
is real.
It is real, and I
Trust me.
actually even we share the same barber.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
you're my brother, man. You're a good youth, man.
yeah. So even I must say to our listeners and our viewers that even when I go to the barber shop to get a haircut, Chozenn is there telling everybody about word inspiration and the
Yeah,
podcast
man.
boss, and even when I am not doing that, Chozenn is telling the people about what I do. So you spoke about family, and you have a son.
Yeah, man.
What's that like? Because especially in Jamaica right now, we're seeing so many issues happening to our youth,
Yeah.
lack of fathers,
Listen.
How important is fatherhood to our society?
My son is my biggest legacy.
Yeah.
And when me talk about my son, me just want to blush, and if I can see ghost pimples on my hand.
Yeah.
I love my youth. I wasn't ready when he came,
Yeah.
but he turned a boy into a man. My son is 14.
Oh, shout
And,
out to your son. as
Big
well.
up Jaim, daddy love you. Him know a thing go.
Yeah.
Me said to Jaim the other day, Jaim, you know me love you? Him say, yeah. Me say, oh, you know me love you. So he said, daddy, you show me.
Okay.
So that's a blessing,
Yeah.
because I broke a generation curse. My great-great-grand never like his father. My father and my grandfather never get along. My father and I never get along so well. Now my son is my best friend. So that's a blessing. And I've never scolded him in my life.
Wow.
And he's not spoiled.
Yeah.
And he not have anger issues. The spirit of decision was replaced by Jaime. Why you so upset? Why you do that? Talk to me. So he found a comfort and a friend in his dad.
Yeah.
I tried to be what I never had.
Okay.
I mean, big up my father, I love him. Him
Yeah,
try. He was just
true.
a poor man. Him try. But he did just tough by my father. I love him and I forgive him. But big up yourself, daddy. Yeah, man.
Okay. And so quality time with your son is
Yeah, man.
important.
Very important.
Yeah, and if you were to just give that message or shout out to our Jamaican men, in terms of the importance of spending time with your son or your daughter, what would you tell them?
Wow. I think we're facing 3 pandemics. The biggest one is poverty,
Okay.
and then crime, then COVID. And poverty lead a lot of men to drift away from their children. But I want to reassure someone and say, listen, if it's even $1,000, and even if you have $500, your presence is more important than the money.
Yeah.
Sometimes the mothers don't need $1 from the father, just the presence. You know what I mean? Not me do everything for my son, like everything.
And that's good. That's an
For
example. you
years,
set it.
my son, mother, we're not together, and she look at me and say, my baby father, I'm proud of you. But yeah, so even if you don't have it, your presence is critical,
Yeah.
because the fundamentals must be intact, especially in this day and age. being there for especially the boys.
Yeah.
Your a father's presence, priceless, brother. So even if you don't have no money, walk with 3 man go and go link him and say, my son, I love you. Yeah, man.
And even just to sit down there and spend some
Presence,
time asking how the day was, what are the
Priceless.
struggles and so on.
And don't be afraid to tell a youth that you love them. I will not accept what society forces upon on us as a man, but if you love me love my son.
Yeah.
Me love my cousin, them we a man. And me straight. You know what I mean? Me love my family. Me love them. Don't be afraid to tell your youth, especially the boys, say, Daddy, love you, and hug them.
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong with that.
And I've seen you've been spending a lot of time with the
I
son
got
too.
my son, man. Anywhere we go, man. And at first he felt cute, but then he understand that what he has is very special. So even when you go to the barber shop, it's very, you notice when you see him very quiet,
Yeah, man,
and him in a corner, he's also a protector. So him watch me. And Daddy, who is that man? He was looking. Sometimes people sow this card with my son, to my son about me, and they don't know it's my son. So, and him said, Daddy, no, that man said this and that man said that. And I was like, and I asked the man, why you hate him? I said, nothing. Him ever do you nothing?
Yeah.
Him said to my son, no. So why you hate him? And then, because we look like brothers.
That is actually
so
true.
grown
If I
now.
actually see Chozenn son,
man.
you think that they're brothers for
Yeah,
sure.
man.
Well, I'm actually glad that you set that kind of example, because I also believe that our young men in our society need that kind of example. And it's
Bless
not
you.
just because daddy's an artist, but outside of your regular job that you do,
He
you
don't
have
know
to
me as
be...
an artist.
Oh, well, that's
Him
good.
just know him daddy. Him don't know me as an artist.
Yeah.
Sometimes people around me and behaving crazy and like, Daddy, what am I being so for? I said, listen, don't be oblivious about the fact that your father known globally, but so and so. I try him not to get too caught up in the chosen aspect of things and just know doing him father.
Doing him father.
Yeah, when I there home, me cooking or me cleaning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So him now see the hype and the big buzz about whatever. You know
And
what I
he
mean?
plays a part in also
He
housework and everything.
Yeah, he wrote a new song. He wrote a chorus for my new album as well.
Wow.
A song titled Favored for my new album this summer.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
man.
Looking forward to
Yeah,
that.
man.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Chozenn, Duane Besentie actually, here inside Word Inspiration. We're going to take a quick break, and this one is coming to us from Chozenn and Nathaniel, entitled A Little More Jesus.
As the day pants for the water, so my souls after you, boo, you.
Song for the two.
Yeah. There is none like you, no other. You're my only heart's desire. Yo, Natty, you ready? I need you like the air I breathe.
Welcome back to Word Inspiration, renewing your mind and increasing your spiritual health. Our special guest today is Duane Besentie, otherwise known as Chozenn. He's in the hot seat today, the chill room seat. Yeah, and we're trying to go, share a little bit more about his story, his journey, a different side to things. I know persons in society, they see a different side, they hear a different side. But, we know that you're a family man. We know that you love your son. We know that you are passionate about kingdom assignment and kingdom building. And we've been talking about music and the influence that music has on our society. And just recently in Jamaica, Chozenn, we've been hearing our Prime Minister talking about the dancehall music, the kind of impact that it has, and a lot of conversation has been spread around that. As a gospel artist, how do you think that you can continue to spread positivity with our music and along with your other colleagues in the music world as well?
First and foremost, the narrative that music doesn't impact people, that's a big lie.
Yeah.
Music can set your tone for the day. Yeah. But for me as an artist, especially a gospel artist, for me the work is even more serious for us.
Yeah.
Because what we're offering is not callaloo music, or we're more like a mango tree that will be around for decades. Because we are feeding the spirit. We're not giving you a temporary leaf. Our music is not spliff.
Yeah.
Or Gatorade. It's not a temporary leaf. The core focus is your spirit and mind renewal. So it's very important. And for me, I have a last days mindset. I'll continue to give you content overload.
Yeah.
Every minute I'll be releasing a new song. And yet still I can still give you a double album.
Yeah.
Because the Lord is always downloading music in my spirit. I just believe that once the Lord lays something on your spirit, mind you, I'm not a part of Team No Sleep. I rest well at nights. But once the
note to
Lord,
self.
yeah, once the Lord drop a song in my spirit,
Yeah.
it's an immediate need for the people.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in waiting 5 years to release one album or 5 years to release another song. The devil is a liar.
Yeah.
Time too serious now. Us gospel artists need to be consistent and putting out consistent content rapidly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's my mindset.
All right, I love that. And for those young youths out there that have a passion for music and want to do music, how you think you can encourage them? What would you tell them though?
For gospel young ministers,
Yeah,
intentions.
intentions.
What are your intentions?
Yeah.
Forget a boss. The devil will boss head.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure so the core agenda is God's will and not yours. If your intention is to get a big house and big vehicle, reset your mindset.
Yeah. So they have to really shift their perspective.
Read your Bible, brother.
Yeah.
Soak up in the word. And your mindset and your posture must be, don't be driven by a person's expectations or opinions of you. Once you know that you're within the Lord's will and you're not on any permissive will, brother, you're good. Because people will paint their own picture of you. Perspective, it doesn't matter. Once you're within God's will, you're good. Make sure you soak up in the word because you have to be a walking Bible.
Yeah.
You can't be in a spot and say, I'm going to look for the scripture now.
True.
So
the
core
word has to be actually in
the
it.
core brother, make sure our brothers or sister, let me chat some raw patwa. Make sure say you not look a bus. Make sure you not look a new vehicle and a new house. Make sure that the core. You see, once you submit to his will, he bless you with everything. So I seek everything and miss him.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
man.
I actually love that in terms of how you spoke about the importance of shifting your mindset and knowing what you want to do. In terms of music for you, what's next?
A new album in the immediate pipeline.
Okay,
God Artist.
God artist.
Yeah, with the art. The
Okay,
spelling
oh,
art.
okay, nice.
So everything coming from the art.
Okay,
So we're not just artist, art.
artist.
Artist. So Chozenn. I mean, we love we had,
Yeah,
but the support not really enough at home.
but it's more
But I
Caribbean for
love
you.
me Jamaican people them. I
Yeah.
have my real core people them will love me. Those who are for me more, you know. But the support, brother.
Yeah,
If it wasn't for COVID, I would not be home. Cause last year Europe was ready. You know what I
Ready
mean?
for the tour.
Yes, and it's extensive. Bro, you see what's happening with the Caribbean? The Caribbean producers, they are reaching out. Recently, I did a production with Action One. They're like one of the biggest production house in Trinidad. For me,
yeah.
that big. We just leave that to God.
Okay.
You know, so there's an album in the pipeline, variety. You might hear one reggae song. We'll not say you are real reggae worship from Chozenn. So it's not limiting the gift, but just nurturing the gift the right way and doing the even though we're gospel artists, we still do the thing the right way. Because
Yeah.
the secular artists, them bad, you know.
True.
But we bad in a God. And we are some Satan bully same way, you get me? So we are do the thing the right way and we not
Yeah.
cheat the music, we are mix them, we are master them properly and put out quality stuff.
All right, that's
Yeah, man.
good. That's good. I'm happy to hear that, and I want to wish you all the best also on your journey in music and
Respect,
as you
man.
continue to.
And you too.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man.
Where can we find you? Like in terms of if person wants to check out more of your work and all of that.
You can find me on Instagram at I am Chozenn. The Chozenn is a twist to the spelling, CHOZENN for copyright reasons. And you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. We easily find. If you can't find me, just link Damian on the World Podcast team and say, yo, we want to reach Chozenn, find him for there. And me know, bro, we pass on the information, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, just want to say thank you so much, Chozenn, for
God bless.
being here, and again, everyone, to our listeners and our viewers. It's COVID time. Continue to practice physical distance.
It's real, people.
Yeah, man. Wear your mask, sanitize, and all of that. And continue to stay locked into word inspiration, renewing your mind and increasing your spiritual health. Our special guest today was Duane Besentie, aka Chozenn. All the best, man.
God bless.
Yo, that's it. You ready?
I need you like the air I breathe.
Thanks for watching this edition of Word Inspiration with your host, Damian Scarlett. Join us next time for another episode of the Word Inspiration Podcast, renewing your mind and increasing your spiritual health.